Alrighty then, well, it's about time to leave. Our jump drive is currently charging, about 2 bars done, 2 to go. In the meantime, I think I'm going to try to fix some of the damage caused to our ship. However, before we do that, we're going to select a location that we can jump to as soon as our drive is done charging. So let's get in there. There we go. Jump to our jump drive. And that's the one. And home location, we're going to select that. And it's charging right now. It's probably stored power, current power. 3 minutes we have until it's ready to jump. So in that time, should give us ample time to fix up some of the dents and dings caused by the assault the past couple of episodes. Alright, there we go. That's all done. Ooh, this one's in rough shape. And it does appear that we are missing some blocks too. Yeah. I would like to replace these when we get back to our home base, not as though it really matters, because when we get back to our home base, we have some pretty awesome things waiting for us there. One of which is a frigate that I was going to build quite a long time ago. However, the design changed and it kind of morphed somewhat into the exploration vessel that crashed on the planet, wherever the planet is. I think it's like over there. Anyhow, it kind of morphed into the planet exploration ship, so I built 2 of them. One of them was I kept as the frigate design, and the other one I morphed into the design that you saw landed on the planet, the Genesis ship. Alright. I probably do want to patch up that hole at some point in time, but I think we can make it back to our home base without any issues. Let's close up the door. Alright. Looks like we're missing a window there as well. Well, let's head on down. Do we have any... do we have any girders? Apparently I wasn't close enough. There we go. We do not have any girders, so I'm gonna take off that. Small steel tubes, nothing, nothing, nothing. We do have some power cells we could use to fix the solar panel. However, I think I'm just going to go and... out of stuff there. So, we're gonna make some girders so we can make our windows again. So inventory, oh, we have plenty of windows, but we can always use girders. There we go. Probably still have about a minute left on the charge, so we'll be able to put this window up, and it's not going to automatically jump, so we don't have to worry about that. And no, we don't want it to be red. Why is everything defaulting to red? Okay. Let's rotate it that way, I believe, or is it that way? We'll find out. As soon as I get bulletproof glass. I think that is the correct way, though. And even if it's not, I can always change it. I might want to consider increasing the gravity on this. It's kind of cumbersome going down those stairs without any gravity. That's way too much bulletproof glass. Alright, head on back up. There we go, the window's looking all nice like and finished. Let's head back in. I think our thing is just about finished as far as the charging goes. Yes, it is. Awesome. So, let us... Actually, I want to change my hydrogen thrust. Get all of our thrusters in the same thing. Alright, looks like it is already. Cool. Good enough. Let's get the jump drive all set and ready to go. I think we're ready to jump. Which direction is it? Home location, many kilometers away. Alright. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, home sweet home. Well, it should be home sweet home. I don't see anything though. Crap, where are we? Oh, nope, nope. We're definitely by our home base, that's for sure. That is for sure. I thought I saw something drifting there for a sec. Yes, so here we are, back home after God knows how long. We finally made it back home. And as you can see, there is our frigate variant of the Genesis. We're going to take a look at that because I don't think I ever did a proper tour of my ship before it ended up face planting into a planet. So I think we'll do that. A great welcome back, I suppose. Yes. Here we are back at home base. As you saw, I tried to make that ship that I was going to make. It didn't work out very well, so I just ended up making the Genesis instead, and the Genesis variant of the frigate. And it worked out quite well, I would like to say. Oh man, I keep on forgetting how many ships we had. Oh man, this is going to be great. We can wreak so much havoc on those pirates now that we actually have, you know, a fleet of ships at our disposal. So yes, there we are. We are back home. I need to replace those blocks with the proper armor blocks eventually, but there's our original ship from the series, our home base, which is absolutely gargantuan, and yes, it moves barely, but it does. I should actually replace these with hydrogen thrusters, and it actually might be a fairly maneuverable ship, all things considered, considering how absolutely massively large it is. Alright, and then we have this smaller frigate here. Probably wouldn't do so well against the pirates just because it's not armed that well. It has... probably could throw another missile launcher on there. And maybe another one down below, but it's still not that greatly armed of a ship. And then we have our exploration vessel. Well, a short-range exploration vessel with a mining bit on it. I had a lot of fun with that ship. Alright, well, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, and then way over here is our grinding ship. Why is it so far away? Whatever. Yeah, that's a grinding ship, and that's the ship that I never completed because it just ran out of materials at the time and then decided I wanted to build a better ship. So, that's what happened. And now we can take a look at the Genesis variant of the frigate, or the frigate variation of the Genesis. So, as you can see, it bears a great resemblance to our exploration vessel that crashed on the planet, except in the front, instead of lights, it has big old missile launchers. Also, extra thrust, because it has a little bit more armor on it, so it needs that extra thrust to maneuver a little bit better. And you can see there's a little bit more, I don't know, barricades in front of the cockpit just to protect it a little bit more. And instead of a hangar bay, there is a bunch of missile turrets for broadsiding things, so that's nice. Also, there's more Gatling turrets on the top for shooting down missiles and whatnot, and I think the same thing on the bottom. I can't quite remember. No, the bottom doesn't have quite as many. Other than that, the ship is fairly similar. I think on the inside, some of the refineries and stuff have been removed in favor of reactors. But other than that, this is a very, very similar design to the Genesis. The exploration one at that. Alright, so let's head inside. Suppose I haven't shown a full tour of this at any given time, so. Airlock. Well, that was the airlock, and this is another airlock with a fancy little turret protecting the hallway here. And in here, must be an air leak or something. Down there, we have access to some engineering stuff, I thought. Nope. Nope, just nothing. Nothing there. Oh yeah, that's right, there's nothing there. This is where the engineering section is down there. We're going to take a look at that in a bit. Up here we have our battery array as before, except I believe there are more batteries in this one. Just in case we knock out our reactors, we have enough power in battery reserves alone to make a jump out of here. So I might want to consider putting a couple backup generators and more heavily armoring the jump drives that seem to have been a problem in the past. Alright. And in here we have just some engineering stuff protected by turrets, of course. Yes, and yeah, instead of... we had a refinery here and an assembler and an arc furnace, I believe, in this area, but instead it has been replaced with a bunch of reactors. So there we go. And they're small reactors because they have a little bit more redundancy in them. And yeah, we have another hydrogen tank as well. So we have 2 hydrogen tanks, one here, one there, and maybe even a third one. Oh, just 2 hydrogen tanks for fueling the hydrogen thrusters. So that is nice. So there we go. That's one side of the ship. Oxygen's low. I must have a leak somewhere. I don't recall doing any quality control on this ship. And there's a mining hauler out there. That's fine. And then same with the original variant. This is just where our cryopods are stored. Nothing too special here. And in the corner, just an oxygen vent. Close that. And in here we have the heart of the ship, so to speak. We have our control center with all sorts of information, and yes, these do work. They do update from time to time. Let's see here. Our solar panels are outputting plenty of power. Our batteries are completely charged. Well, they should be, because they've been sitting staring at the sun for probably a couple of months now. And inside of here, I don't believe we have anything. Let's take a look at our inventory. Yeah, we have some uranium ore. That's about it. Plenty of uranium in our 2 reactors there. And here are the 2 redundant computers for powering these 2 systems. Speaking of these systems, they require a timer block to work. And in here we have the timer blocks for that. And you can see this one blinking on and off. And that's the one that's constantly updating these with correct information. So, yeah, there is a script in here. I believe it's this one that has the script. Edit. Yep, this is the one that has the script in it. So, there we go. I'm not going to go through the script right now. Maybe sometime, if you guys are interested, I can go through that script. It's just one that I got off of the workshop. It's a very, very useful one, and I can show you how to set it up if you guys don't know how to do that sort of thing. Alright, and up here we have our... I never actually got to show this. This is the secondary piloting seat. In case that one gets taken out, we have a backup flight seat to control the ship, and it has all of the critical information on board. This shows the damaged blocks, and it's going to be very useful because if this has been taken out, we need to know what our damaged blocks are. And then this gives us our reactors, solar panels, so on and so forth. And there's a backup reactor here just in case, and a little turret there to protect us from invaders. Alright, and going down, instead of windows there like are on the original Genesis that's blocked off with armor blocks, this can be controlled via remote control as well, which is why this whole section is down here. So this whole ship can be controlled via remote control, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, that's what's down there, is the remote control for doing said activity. Alright. And over here, up here, is the is going to be the flight seat, the bridge of the ship. We have, oh, that one, I need to fix that. Anyhow, this is just some information that I have about the ship in little screens over there. And that's the backup bridge over there, which we were just at. And over there is the battery room. So to give you an idea of what's what on the ship. going down. So we went through there, went through there. I don't believe I went through here. This is just the engineering section of the ship. Very, very similar to that of the regular Genesis, except this has a lot more armor in the front of the ship. There is a lot of armor in the front of the ship to prevent any breaches. We've had those in the past, so it's good that we have extra armor there. This is a frigate after all. And if we head up here, we have access to our jump drive, our reactors, and our smaller reactors, which don't have any uranium in them, but I didn't take or plan on taking this for a spin for quite a while. Alright, there you go. That's that. And this is where the hydrogen tanks are. That's where we came through before. Alright. So that's that. I think the last thing to show you is where the hangar bay used to be, is where the, I don't know, the arms station is, you could say. And there's some alarms here, and that will go off if there are any enemies in our vicinity. This is the exact same thing as the Genesis. I didn't change that whatsoever. So in here we just have a little empty room right now. This is going to have some room for more. Oh, also, this is where one of the guns are placed. And this does have oxygen in it, unlike the regular hangar bay. This is going to have some cargo containers in it with weaponry and ammunition. And here is an airlock that goes out to the firing control area. With our missile turrets, we have our control panels all facing the inside, so even if we're getting fired at, we can still access the control panels. There we go. All of these are connected via conveyor, so that's nice. Oops. It's the exact same thing on the other side. However, on the other side, there is also part of the engineering section that we can access via here. Also, this has a lot more armor on it. Ooh, I keep on wasting oxygen. Silly me. And this is our backup bridge in our engineering section. So if all else goes to crap, we can go here and still control the ship. And we have our arc furnace and our refinery and 2 assemblers on board right here. And we don't have as many as the other ship did, but it's good enough. And 2 of our reactors. There's another main reactor in the center. So a lot of redundancy in this ship, and that's about it. All you really need to know about this ship, that we are going to stock up on supplies and go attack those pirates that were attacking us the previous couple of episodes. So there you go. That's that Genesis ship. Ah, man. I missed this thing. Oh. That's such a glorious, glorious cockpit. Yes, indeed. Good to be home. I would definitely say that it's good to be home. Alright, well, you know what? I know it's been a relatively short-ish episode, but we made it back home, and that's all that really matters. So I think the next couple of episodes we are going to be stocking up that ship, going back to the pirate area, and wreaking some havoc, having some fun. So thank you folks for watching, and I will see you folks next episode.